Coming up next, high school volleyball on your sports leader in Lorain, WLCS TV 20.
Good evening and welcome to Lorain High School. It's LEL Volleyball. The Lady Titans of Lorain and the Lady Cardinals of Shaw High School set to get underway. For Lorain, up front, number 9, Talia Harris, number 10, Sydney Patterson, number 2, Ariana Washington, number 13, Jersey Fisk, and in the back, ready to receive the serve, number 1, Julissa Williams, and number 3, Aaliyah Thomas. For Shaw, starters, number 1, Samira Abdul-Rauf, number 14, Avriel Eldemir, Jasmine Manuel, number 9, Deanna Parker, number 11, Carlina Pickett, number 7, and Sabrina Upshaw, number 22. And she's waiting for the ball and will be the first to serve. The official tosses the ball out, and we are set to get underway here. It's the best of 5. We play to 25 unless we play a 5th, and then that one is to 15. Rally scoring, which means every serve results in a point. Ball is up, one-handed over, bumped up. Washington, Fisk bumps it over with 2 hands. Pass, up, sent back by Shaw. Washington, Patterson, free ball over. Bump set, and it's going to come over again with 2. Williams, Washington, Patterson, down, kill. 1-0 Lorain.
That was a long volley for the first.
Yes, it was.
First ball in play for this match.
Substitution for Lorain. Chloe Karpinski, number 7. And I missed the libero coming in. Karpinski will be the server for Lorain. Ball up, ball sent over. That was an effective serve, and it's going to fall for a service winner. And it's 2-0. Lorain's libero, number 8, Amaya Robinson. Ball bumped up, sent over with 1 hand. Williams, Washington, Harris, dug up in 1 hand, nicely done. Bumped up. Washington, back row attack by Williams, sent back over. 1-handed Williams up. That was Karpinski up with 1 hand, but under the net, and it's 2-1 as it goes over to Shaw. And for Shaw, number 1 is Samira Abdul-Rauf. Knocks it into the net for a point for the Titans. And we'll come back around to Lorain, number 9, Talia Harris. Talia tosses it up, sends it over. Bumped up and blocked back by Patterson. Up by Washington, Patterson up. And then blocked. Nicely done by Shaw, number 9, Jasmine Manuel. And it's 3-2. Joe, one of the first things we noticed walking into the gym was the amount of numbers in the Shaw program. They're building it up. Very encouraging. They had a good amount of JV players, and they got quite the bench too for the varsity. So that's good. That's very encouraging. That serve into the net puts it back to Lorain. And for Lorain, number 10, Sydney Patterson. Ball sent over, bumped up, set, and he sent deep. Patterson, nice pass to Washington. Williams sends it over but there's somebody in the net for Shaw. Looks like it was number 20. 22. Dominique Tomato. So the Titans will go up 5-2. Unable to dig that one off the net. is number 14, Avriel Eldemir, and Lorain goes up 6-2. Patterson again to serve. That little too much topspin on it to be handled, and Upshaw sent it long, 7-2. Noticeable by her absence tonight as Shaw takes time for Lorain. The usual libero, Emily Van Horn, not in attendance. We don't know, nor do we want to speculate on what might have occurred there. But changes in the Lorain lineup, and that includes Amaya Robinson wearing the blue jersey tonight. And Amaya is a 5'4" defensive specialist who is a junior. 7-2 Lorain, game 1, best out of 5. Shaw back on the court. Most of Shaw back on the court. We need a 5th. There she comes. And Patterson again on the service line for the 4th serve. Sends that over and deep, bumped up. That's going to be right on the net, and two Titans went up, and they kind of hindered each other there. It goes over at 7-3. Thomas and Williams went up together, and all of a sudden, I think at the top of the jump, they looked at each other. Number 14 for Shaw is Avriel Eldemir. Bumped up by Karpinski. Washington sent over but wide. And it's 7-4. Eldemir again will serve. Over and short Williams. Washington, back row attack from Patterson. Up, bump. Sent across. Patterson, Washington, over by Thomas. Back from Shaw. Nice dig, but it's going to be long, and Shaw's going to have another. 7-5.
Shaw keeping it close.
Well, Joe, you know what I've noticed early on is I see 3 hits being attempted every time by Shaw. So that might not sound like a lot, but they're learning to play the game. Last year they may have had 7 players. And
yeah, they're working on some stuff.
Yeah, you can tell they're all serving overhand. Patterson gets it blocked.
Wow.
7-6. Nice block there by Dominique Tomoto, number 20, and Shaw goes back for the 4th time. It'll be Eldemir looking to tie. Sent over, but into the net. 8-6. The serve goes over to Lorain.
This game was rescheduled from last week. Shaw had no school because of the heat. Their school doesn't have air conditioning, and boy, what a change in a week. We went from really hot
to jacket.
Yeah.
Ari Washington sends it over. Bump pass. There's a up. Free ball coming from the back row. Out of play. Abdul Rauf not able to keep it in play, and it's 9-6. Coach Jackson doing the honors, going back to retrieve the ball. And Ari Washington again on the line. Sends it over and wide. And that one goes out at 9. It's a 7. Serve goes over to Shaw. I think the girls thought that might have been in. To me, it looked out, Joe. Did you have a good look at that?
I thought it was out as well.
For Shaw, serving number 7, Carlina Pickett, the senior captain. Patterson bumps it up, but nobody comes to get it. And the ball drops, 9-8. Different mixes of players. Patterson doesn't usually play all the way around, but without Van Horn here, her normal sub, Washington, Fisk, and then no communication, and we're tied at 9.
Wow.
Fisk, Washington, Fisk into the net. Shaw leads 10-9. Now the last thing in the world you want to do is give a team like Shaw hope. But they're hanging around right now.
Yes, they are.
Patterson bumped up and then back row hit. Nicely done by Williams. And then sent wide by Shaw, so Lorain comes back to take the serve and tie things up at 10. Sophomore hitter Julissa Williams on the line. And she doinks it off the back of Talia Harris. And it'll go over to Shaw, who's back on top at 11-10. This is Tomoto for Shaw, and she returns the favor, sending that one into the net. Substitute for Lorain. Amaya Robinson, number 8, will step to the line. The libero sends it deep, bumped up, played late but over. Patterson, Washington, and Washington actually set it to the wrong side and put it in a tough spot. Patterson, Washington, Fisk, up and over. Fisk sends it back deep and in. Jersey Fisk gives the Titans a 1-0 lead. Or a 12-11 lead, excuse me.
1 point lead.
1 point lead, right. That one into the net, ties things up at 12 and sends it back across to Shaw. Sabrina Upshaw, number 22, one of the Shaw seniors, set to serve. That one kind of floats high. Washington put it on the wrong side of the net, and it came over as...
She was in the net.
She was in the net. She hit it wide anyhow, but Jasmine Manuel was in the net. 13-12, Lorain. Karpinski will come back in for the Titans. She plays Fisk's back row. That was a nice serve right there. Chloe Karpinski,
ace,
with an ace, makes it 14-12. Lorain jumped out 7-2, but since then it's been Shaw on a 12-7 run. That one's another deep serve off the arms of the returner, and long for the Titans point. 15-12. Freshman Chloe Karpinski sends it over and deep again. That one passed a little bit better, bumped up. It's going to have to come over with two hands, though. Up from Patterson, and then Washington able to muscle it across, and the Titans answer with a run. Timeout, Shaw. 16-12 Titans here in game one. And what, Joe, what this speaks to is the youth in the Lorain program and the number of bodies and players in the Shaw program this year. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seniors on the team.
Wow.
But they also have 4 freshmen, 9 sophomores. So they've got 13 9th and 10th graders, which is a great sign for Shaw volleyball.
Oh, absolutely.
because they have been unable to field a freshman team in as long as I can remember.
And there has been times when they didn't even have a JV.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, kudos to the coach. I was watching him at the timeout, and girls were engaged, paying attention, and they're losing, but he wasn't.
He's instructing. He's not
absolutely
berating. Chloe Karpinski back on the line for service number 4 this rotation. 16-12 Lorain. That's a good serve. Bumped it up, passed, back row. Sent over, Patterson, Washington. Harris, bumped up, set, and then Shaw with bad communication. Nobody went until the last minute, and it's 17-12. Karpinski,
Oh, that was a bullet.
That
Line
was
drive.
a BB, and the player in front got out of the way late, and they snuck up on the player in the back. That was Parker. Karpinski, that one's low and into the net. But she did a nice job. She served 6, and it's 18-13 Lorain, which is, well, 18-12 was the 6-point lead, the biggest it's been. Shaw serve. Up from Williams. Harris. Back row from Robinson. Bumped up. Backwards. Let's see if they can get it. They save it. Bumped up from Thomas. Washington and then Williams. Sent over. Thomas. Washington. Patterson. She put it down, but it came back. Williams. Wow. That was a nice play. This one's going to be tough, and it's going to up by Patterson. Sent over by Lorain. Bumped up. Sent deep. Lorain with the rally of the match.
There's some nice hits in that volley there.
Both teams, because Lorain has struggled all year finding consistency with the getting the ball to where it needs to be. And Shaw certainly has. Now, we wouldn't have seen that last year from the Cardinal. Number 9, Talia Harris on the line, starting through the rotation the second time. Bumped up and out. Ace for Harris, and the Titans go up 7. Once again, Harris sends it over on the spin, bumped up. It's going to have to be a free ball. Erie Washington sets Sydney Patterson, sends it across and deep, and it's going to come back free again, but deeper that time. Thomas. Washington, back row attack from Harris. Bumped up. Came back and out. And 21-13, Lorain. Talia Harris once again. Sends it over and deep. And that's going to come over anyhow, but Patterson sends it back quick.
Yeah, nice hit by Patterson.
I think it was the offhand, too.
Yeah.
She didn't have to do much, just redirect it downward, and she did that. The timing was right there for her. Harris sends that one over and deep. They bring it back in, and it'll come back. Harris, Washington, Patterson. Might have got away with a double there. Blocked, but up. Washington, Williams into the net. – 22-14, the serve goes to Shaw. With number 9 for Shaw, Jasmine Manuel, one of the captains. And that one's deep. That one's out of here. That one didn't have any knuckle on it, so it just floated long. Substitute for Lorain, 3, Aaliyah Thomas back in for 8, Amaya Robinson. 10, Sydney Patterson on the line, looking to close things out. 23-14 as Shaw sends it over. Patterson, Washington, and then sent over. That was Thomas. Send it back again. Shaw digging it out of there. Nice read by Talia Harris. And the Titans move to within a point of the first game at 24-14. And Joe, at 24-14, it's going to look like, oh, this was well in hand. Patterson, ace. But Shaw was tied at 12. And the Titans went on quite a run, 13-2, to close out game one. We'll be back with more volleyball after this timeout as the team's change ends.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, no thanks, not my thing.
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
Jay Ferguson, Joe Bach back here for game two. The Titans of Lorain took the first one 25-14, and they just did the libero in and out. Chloe Karpinski, freshman for Lorain, will serve to open game two. It was a very spirited game one, 25-14, but it was tied at 12. And the Titans went on a 13-2 run to end it. Karpinski bumps that's bumped up and then set. And then again, the communication issues haunt Shaw. Now, Joe, we talked during the break about how far this Shaw program has come, defensively especially, right there. They're last year they might have gotten out of the way of that, and they're sending stuff back that would have never come back. Patterson, Washington, back row attack from Williams, finds a hole. Jalissa Williams, the sophomore, puts it down from the back, and it's 2-0 Lorain. Chloe Karpinski sends it deep, out, long. Nicely done by the back row of Shaw. Carlina Pickett was standing on the line and
good communication.
Got out of the way. For Shaw, 22, Sabrina Upshaw, senior on the line. That one up a little high. Washington, and then sent over by Harris down the line. She found a hole. Didn't have a lot on it, but it was perfectly placed. Kind of like one of Talia Harris's softball swings.
There you go.
Yeah, she finds the hole all the time in the spring. Two-time LEL softball player of the year on the service line. Number 9. Good serve there, but dug up. Set. One-handed over. Up by Robinson. Patterson sends it over free. Back at him into the hole, but nice dig by Karpinski. And then Washington send it across. Harris, Washington, Patterson into the net. And it's 3-2 Titans.
Timing off just a little bit on that?
She did not get that at the top of her jump.
Right.
For Shaw, number 1 is Samira Abdul Rauf. She is a junior. Sends that one across, long, ace, and we're tied at 3. Oh, another ace.
Wow.
That one off of Karpinski and carried long, and that one was going to go long. And the Titans didn't read it correctly. 4-3 Shaw. That one's going to go wide to tie things up at 4. Now, lest you think that this is a fluke, Shaw led in the second game 11-10. Substitute number 3, Aaliyah Thomas, comes in to the front row for Amaya Robinson. And Sydney Patterson gets on the service line. Sends it over deep and going to be unable to play the bump, and it's 5-4 Lorain. Now, ideally, Lorain would like to get out to a bigger lead to begin with instead of waiting around to the halfway point. Patterson bumped up. Again, sent over. Harris, Washington, Williams, Patterson, Washington. That was Harris from the back row, and that's not going to come back, and it's 6-4. That was pretty well done by the Titans in terms of getting out of one another's way, and Talia Harris was able to put it in a spot where Shaw couldn't handle it. Sydney Patterson. That's going to hit it went over the backboard.
Wow.
And unable to be turned around, though, by the Cardinal. Got 3 whacks at it, just couldn't get it back toward the net, and it's 7-4 Lorain. Serve number 4 for Sydney Patterson. Slammed over, bumped up, and again. Karpinski, Washington, Williams sends it over with 2. That's a nice spot. Shaw digs it out and sends it back. Patterson, Washington, Williams has it blocked, and it's nice play there by the Lady Cardinals. Jasmine Manuel, the captain, and it's 7-5 as the serve goes over. And it will be Jasmine Manuel. It goes back to the service line. They don't list heights on the Shaw roster, but she appears to be in the 5'10" to 6 foot range.
Yeah.
That serve goes wide, and it's an 8-5 Titan lead as Ari Washington, the setter, goes back. Jersey Fisk, 13, in for Karpinski. Ari Washington is a sophomore. Played by the shoulder, bumped up, and then sent across. That's counts. Washington, double hit, and it'll go back to Shaw at 8-6. Shaw sends it back, Joe. That's the most, that's the first part of the game. Make a play.
Right.
Up and wide. That was one of the younger players, Eldemir, only a sophomore on the varsity. And now we are for Lorain. Number 1 is Julissa Williams. Eldemir bumped up and then sent over and deep. Upshaw got too much of that one, and it's (10-6) Lorain. Williams bumped up, over by Abdul Roof. Washington, Fisk bumped up, set, sent over, and that's going to be a kill for number 20, Dominique Tomato. 10-7 Lorain as Shaw takes the serve. Number 7, Carlina Pickett. Dumped that one into the net and right back to the Titans. Coming in, Amaya Robinson coming in to serve, replacing Aaliyah Thomas as there's a timeout on the court. And with the score 11-7 in game 2, we're going to step away and we'll be back right after this.
Hi, my name is Paige Murphy. I'm 17 years old and I'm in 11th grade at Lorain High School. I'm studying medical assisting with a focus on STNA through Lorain High's Career Tech Education program. I want to be a nurse one day, and taking a more hands-on career tech medical assisting classes is really helping me to grasp more concepts. I've wanted to be a nurse ever since my grandfather was diagnosed with PSP. PSP is a more extreme version of Parkinson's disease. I helped care for him. Hospice and nurses came to the house 24/7. I saw them care for him, and I thought I wanted to do this with my life. The Medical Assisting Career Tech program is helping me become an STNA before I graduate high school. That's the first step to my nursing career. It's a lot easier to learn in the CTE classes because it's more hands-on. It's stuff like that that's going to help me be a stronger nursing student one day. I knew what I wanted to do, and now I know how to do it. And it's all thanks to Lorain High's Medical Assisting STNA Career Tech program.
Jay Ferguson, Joe Bach back here. Game 2 action. Titans put it in play with the serve and bumped up and over. Amaya Robinson passes. Ari Washington sets, and then Robinson sent it over and bumped up into the bleachers. That was a nice back row attack right there.
It was.
And Titans go up 12-7. Robinson, the senior defensive specialist, sends it over, bumped up, pass, and then they miscommunicate again. Two of them tried to play it, and they got their bodies crossed, and 13-7 Lorain. Ooh, she served that right into a hole.
Yeah.
And Shaw unable, they were able to keep it off the floor, but unable to get into a position where they could get it across, and it's an ace. Service number 4 for Amaya. She sends it over again, played up. But nobody played the ball. Now that, quite honestly, is Shaw of yesteryear. They're going to talk it over. Bumped up. Washington, Patterson into the net, down to Shaw.
Wow.
15-8. And quite honestly, what was happening with Shaw is the setter is number 1, Samira Abdul Rauf, and she was going one way and the passes were going the other. They weren't meeting up. Number 20 for Shaw. That is Tomoto. Williams with the back row attack, but sent down by the Lady Cardinal, 15-9. Tomoto again. And then Lorain does the same, 15-10, as Robinson was unable to get it to Washington, and Washington was unable to get to the ball. Sent over and deep, Williams. Washington, Fisk with the backhand doesn't get it across. She was looking for a set, Joe, and quite honestly, when she didn't get it, she didn't know what to do with it and just swatted at it with the left hand. So Shaw on they're on a 3-point run here. Tomoto off the top of the net for an ace.
We'll make it 4.
Yep, 15-12. They're not going away like they used to. That one's going to go into the net and stay down for a 16-12 Lorain lead. And Chloe Karpinski, freshman back row specialist for Lorain. She's listed as a setter, but she's also listed as a JV. On the varsity, she's the back row specialist.
Real impressed with her play.
I'm really impressed with the way she serves the volleyball. Bumped up. Sent over off the block. Harris up. Patterson that was Washington over. Nicely done. 17-12. Karpinski put that one in the net, and it's 17-13.
Yeah, Titans got some really nice young players. They got Karpinski and the Washington girl. And
Williams, sophomore.
Yeah, right.
Number 22, Sabrina Upshaw. Floats it across, bumped up by Patterson. Washington sets. Harris hits. Got a creeper.
Oh, man.
That one crawled over the net. And 18-13, Talia Harris will go to the service line. You take those because sometimes they don't go over. The tape gives and the tape takes away. Bumped up. Abdul Roof sends it over. Washington sends it over. Nice alert play there, but they're not going to get it across. And the Titans will move ahead 19-13. Talia Harris. Nice deep serve. Bumped up and then two-hand back, comes back. Washington, and then sent into the net by Robinson. And again, there was just not a lot of space for her to operate there. So Shaw will go back on serve. Samira Abdul Rauf, junior captain, sends that one over and long. Returning the favor, and Sydney Patterson, senior captain for the Titans, on the service line for the second time this game. Sent across into the hole, bumped up again, and then sent. There was a tape for Shaw. Washington sets. Williams hits, blocked. Williams bumps. Washington sends it over. She got it over the block of Manuel, largely because of timing, and there was nobody behind her backing that up, and it hit the ground. 21-14. Patterson on the stripe again. Sends that. That's a good spot, and it's down for an ace. This game, they're doing a little bit more reaching, Joe.
Yeah.
The feet aren't moving quite as well. And it may just be this rotation, too. That was a that was a good decision right there. Deanna Parker was all set to play that and ducked, and it was a long 22-15. Shaw back with the ball. Jasmine Manuel has it in her hand. Down 7 in game 2. Lorain took game 1, 25-14. Talia Harris, Washington, sent over by, that's Thomas again off the block. Bumped up into the net, sent over.
Wow. Oh, somebody was in the net. So it's a point for Lorain.
Yep. You know what? But there's the lesson. It was number 7 in the net. But there's a lesson, because otherwise, that was a point while Lorain celebrated. Ari Washington. And really alert play by Tomoto for Shaw. Up, set, going to have to come from behind. There it is, bumped up. Washington, Williams. Boy, she gets her body into it. Again off the net, and that was number 20, Tomoto. 24-15, Titans with a whole gaggle of game points yet again. Ball up, sent deep, bump, pass. Short hit, but got it over. Washington sends it over on the second, and then it comes back free Harris, Washington, Fisk off the block and down. Jersey Fisk ends game 2. 25-15 for Lorain. The Lady Titans go up 2. Back with third game action after this.
I was the first woman ever to deploy on a Strategic Air Command deployment.
You didn't just serve your country.
I lobbied for women to be on board submarines.
You paved the way for others.
I joined the Army because I wanted a challenge.
And the challenges you face now? Your VA delivers a variety of benefits. Learn more, including how to apply online using e-benefits.
No matter what time it is, you've earned them. Apply today.
Game 3 set to get underway. Titans up 2 games, 25-14, 25-15 in the first 2. It'll be the Cardinal of Shaw serving first with Sabrina Upshaw, number 22, of the one-hand service variety. Toss it and hit it with the same hand. Comes over high. Talia Harris, Ari Washington, Jersey Fisk. Just long. And Shaw opens up the first point of game 3.
Shaw takes another lead. They've led in every game so far.
Yes, they have. And in the first game, as we said, I think it was 12-11. Harris, Washington, Fisk. Under the net. Abdul Rauf didn't get much of that one. And it comes over to Lorain. And she picks it up on the way in because Chloe Karpinski's going to be coming in to serve for the Lady Titans. She's been the most effective player for the Lorain on the service line tonight. She had a 4-point run, a 6-point run in the first game.
Wow.
Karpinski, that's an ace.
Yeah, she's got that line drive bullet serve. Very hard to return.
Well, not only, but the timing is so crucial on that because you hit it too soon and it goes high and long. And you hit it too late and it goes into the net. That's just clearing. Shaw sends it back over. Bumped up. Washington sent over by Harris. Set. Karpinski, Washington, Patterson. And it goes over. I couldn't tell if it was off the block or not, but It obviously wasn't. And we're tied at deuces. And Samira Abdul Rauf. That one's going to go long. Titans get it back on the service error. Talia Harris on the line. Long, but it's an ace. Unable to play it was Sabrina Upshaw, and it got by her for the. She didn't get her feet moving, and she tried to reach onto the side, and the ball just blew past her. Harris again. That one sends short and played into the Shaw bench, and it's 5-2. Titans got out 7-2 in the first game. Shaw fought back to tie it at 11 and 12 before Lorain took over. There's a
another ace.
Another ace. You think Talia Harris is mad that I said Chloe Karpinski was the most effective?
There you go. Yes.
Harris again. Floats one across that just. Did you see the lack of spin on that ball?
Yes, it just.
You could read the brand on it. And after 4 aces, and that one a floater and a knuckleball, Shaw takes time. 7-2 Lorain to start the third game. As I said, they started the first game 7-2 before Shaw fought back to tie it at 11 and at 12. Lorain took control from there from 12-12. It ended 25-14. The second game was a back-and-forth affair right from the beginning, and Lorain took control out to a 4-point lead at 10-6, and then a little bit of back and forth until they took a 15-8 lead. That one, there's another ace, and it's 8-2. Talia Harris with 5 service winners in a row. Bumped up and over. Patterson, Washington, Williams. Bumped up, sent over with the backhand. Karpinski, Washington, Patterson. Played up, sent over. Robinson, Washington, and in. Patterson with the winner. And it's 9-2. Serve number 7 for Talia Harris. She's getting tired. That one wasn't an ace. Floats that one into the hole. Played. Sent over with the left. Karpinski. Patterson unable to turn it. And it's over to Shaw with a 9-3 score for the Titans. Nice run there by Talia Harris on the service line.
Oh, very nice.
For Shaw, number 9, Jasmine Manuel, goes to the service line. 9-3. That's a winner.
This game's full of aces.
Karpinski was unable to get underneath that one, and you could just see that one die as it came over the net. Bumped up by Harris. Washington sets it. Williams hits it. Nice play by Shaw. Are they going to be able to save it? Nope. That was quite a dig by number 9, Jasmine Manuel, but nobody could do anything with it.
Everybody overran the ball, and then they were trying to come back for it.
I was going to say, what happens is inexperienced teams will follow their teammate to chase that ball.
Right.
For Lorain, Sydney Patterson. And on the service error, it goes over. And Shaw will have ball in hand of Avriel Eldemir, number 14. And she fouled that one off, so right back at you, and it's 11-5 on back-to-back service errors. No harm, no foul. It brings Jersey Fisk back in for Chloe Karpinski and puts Ari Washington, number 2, on the service line. She sends it over and deep, bumped up, and again, back over. Patterson, Washington, Harris into the net. 11-6. So all of a sudden, after Harris's run of 7 serves, we've gone back and forth. And for Shaw, number 7 is Carlina Pickett, bumped up. And then Washington's going to try and get it across, and she did. Shaw sends it back. Fisk, Washington, Patterson. Nope, that just didn't look comfortable from the get as Washington set it, but Sydney's forward momentum carried her beneath it, and she was unable to bring it over. It's up. Patterson sends it short. And it's 11-8. Timeout, Lorain.
And, Jay, we're going to take a timeout as well.
And we can do that, Joe. Okay, we'll be back with more after this.
Every year, the Salvation Army serves nearly 30 million people in need. That's one person every second. So by the time you've finished watching this, 30 more lives will have been changed for good. All thanks to your donations.
Thank you.
Okay, back here, 11-8 Titans. Shaw on serve. Harris bumps it up. Washington sets Fisk. Fisk, beautiful.
Oh,
cross court.
Perfect placement.
Yep, couldn't have taken it across and dropped it any better. Nice hit by Jersey Fisk to break the Shaw momentum and send Julissa Williams to the line. (12-8) Lorain. Williams. The sin of inexperience bites him again as two Shaw players in the back row looked at each other. Up, bump, and again. 14-8 Lorain. Over, bumped up, and again. Back row attack, creeps over the net for a winner. Manuel knew what to do with it, and she got a tape, and it went over, and Lorain unable to dig it up. Tomoto sends it over. Patterson, Washington. Blow blocked at the net. Leah Thomas got it sent back, and it's 14-10. Tomoto once again sends that over. Patterson, Washington, Harris. Nice placement. She didn't get all of it, but the placement accounted for the score as it was in between three Cardinal. Substitute for Shaw, Deanna Parker, number 11, comes in replacing Tomoto. To the service line for Lorain, Amaya Robinson. Number 8, the libero this evening, bumped up. Nice pass. And sent long. Robinson up. Williams up. Patterson over. Bumped up. Sent back. Williams. Washington. Harris. Dug up. Shaw's going to send it back. Robinson. Washington. Harris. It's played. It was probably long, and it's going to go down instead as it hit the backboard and changed the spin and direction.
Yeah, you're right. That one was heading out.
16-10 Lorain. Amaya Robinson, senior, sends it over, and there's an ace. 17-10. Now, unless the Titans think they can breathe, Shaw hit him with 5 in a row at this point in the last game. So you don't want to let up and let him back. Substitute for Shaw, Samira Abdur-Rauf comes in. Nope. There's the miscommunication resulting in a bad reception, and it's 18-10. Robinson flexing back there, waiting for the ball to return. Service, up, bump, over, and off of Robinson, point to Shaw. That one was going to go long, but the Titans couldn't avoid it. We start the second rotation. Sabrina Upshaw for the Cardinal on the line. 18-11 Lorain, game 3. Robinson, Washington, Fisk. And that's going to go down. 19-11, the top spin. Got it. Karpinski in for Lorain. Now, she's had a few runs tonight, long enough to end this thing, Joe.
Yes.
19-11. Ball up. Shaw's going to get it across. Karpinski. Washington. Patterson. Nope, didn't. Got it too far behind her, and it ended up in the net. For Shaw, this is Samira Abdul Rauf. Williams, Washington. Patterson blocked but out. So the Titans get it back as a back and forth here. Talia Harris, who was so effective the first time on the line. Ace on the line.
Wow.
That's her 6th ace of the game. 21-12 Lorain. Good serve, and it's a winner. 22-12. Was dug up there, but nobody played to the pass. Parker went down and got the ball and set it right toward the net, and everybody watched. Harris bumped up and wide, brought back in, sent over and wide. Another service winner. Talia Harris having quite a game 3 here on the serve line. 23-12 Lorain. Sends the floater in, and you could see that one change direction just as it got to number 7, Carlina Pickett. And instead of being able to play it off her arm, it kind of doinked off her chin. So Harris trying to end it. And that's how it should end.
Wow.
With yet another service winner.
Yeah, weeks full of service aces.
Talia Harris with 10 service winners in game 3. And the Titans prevailed 25-12 in that one. So it was 14, 15, and 12. Lorain in 3 over the Lady Cardinal of Shaw. And Joe, I know we're the Lorain City Schools television network, but if the ladies from Shaw see this on YouTube,
yeah, we'll go down and talk to them right after the game.
The growth in the program
very impressed with them.
Really, really impressive, and congratulations to them on steps in the right direction.
All right, Jay, well, thanks for coming out on this makeup date. So we'll see you again.
Okay, Joe. For you and for all of WLCS, Jay Ferguson reminding you it is a great time to be a Titan.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.